the first challenge is to have policy makers understand that the optimal solution to their national problems is not at national level, but at regional level. If you take energy, Malawi, or Botswana, or Togo, or Niger, or Mauritania, or Mali, cannot solve their national problems in terms of energy generation and distribution nationally. The optimal solution is at regional level. So it's an objective for which we have laid out a delivery process, and that delivery process consists in identifying key regional cross-border projects in transport, in energy, in IT, in health, in education. I mean, the second challenge is to succeed in creating regional markets in East Africa, West Africa, Central Africa, where we would have a learning curve in terms of industrialization process, so that we can learn how to be more competitive. The global configuration of the world economy today does not allow small countries to hope being competitive. So we need a regional space where we learn about industrialization and we learn about competitiveness. And the third challenge is peace and security. So we have an architecture on peace and security with an early warning system looking at conflicts that might emerge, that are emerging in Burundi, that might emerge in Congo, emerging in Burkina with a coup, and so on. So that early warning system is following national situations and regional situations in order to have a prompt reaction to the problems that are emerging and be the core center of decision. In East Africa, we have a program called the African Medicine Registration Harmonization, because Africa is importing around 95, I think, of its medicinal products, pharmaceuticals, and that makes us very dependent, and it has a lot of consequences, for example, on the management of AIDS. So we have an African medicine manufacturing plan, but in order to get there, the first step is to harmonize the regulatory frameworks that are dealing with registration of medicine. So that's something we do when we go in East Africa. When we go to West Africa, we prioritize climate change adaptation. Because the issues of climate change in the Sahel are quite important. So then we work on more specifically on programs that are related to climate change adaptation. And who are those who suffer most of climate change? Women. Why women? Because women are the majority of the small-scale farmers. So we need to prioritize women's education in terms of agricultural practices related to climate change adaptation. So we diversify. If we go to Southern Africa or to South Africa, South Africa has a huge agribusiness, but it has very challenging land issues. So we prioritize land issues, and we try to to connect South African policymakers to policymakers in other regions in order to look at how they can learn from land tenure policy design elsewhere and adapt it in the region. So according to the differences, we adapt our actions here.